Yeah! Woo! Crazy fucking Star Wars music! Yeah! What is up, guys? Oh, with my little scarlet top and some gray pants for some Ahsoka vibes. I got my fried ass snack spread. My fat girl is happy. Earlier today, I was like, I need to exercise more and I need to get back on my diet, but also here's half of a giant watermelon and a giant bowl of popcorn. I am just a walking contradiction. Let me work out and fast and then eat this. Honestly, though, this isn't that bad. Popcorn's not that bad for you. Watermelon is mostly water. Genetically engineered grapes are probably not the healthiest, but... It doesn't really tell you. Like, it's a little leaky because I washed them. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you what the actual health breakdown is. But they're cotton candy grapes. It's pretty hard to argue with their being tasty and in your face, so. Who's ready to fucking start some fucking Star Wars? I know I'm ready for some Star Wars. I hope everybody's having a baller day. I had a long day in the oppressive heat. I might mute myself just so you guys don't have to hear me snacking during Clone Wars. But we're getting through season 4. Season 4 and 5 combo, since everything's all mixy matchy. And then I think Clone Wars is probably the biggest chunk of content or media that you have to get through in the Star Wars franchise. It's like, once you get through the Clone Wars, you've got 4 seasons of the Bad Batch, but I don't think there's nearly as many episodes of the Bad Batch, though, like, per season. Oh, no, it's not bad. The quantity might be high. Yeah, the popcorn. What are you gonna do? It's fucking popcorn, though. Like, it's popcorn. They sell it to you by the drum at the movie theater. But as a kid, we used to get the big bucket for the free refills. And then we would, we would, once we left the movie theater, before we would leave, we would refill our popcorn. So we would have, like, a big bucket of movie theater popcorn to take home. I feel like probably some people do that, but I remember being a kid and thinking people were stupid because they would You'd see people throw their buckets away when they left the theater. And I was like, bro, go refill that shit. Go refill that shit, and then you just have like popcorn you can take home. What are you doing? You have the family-sized smart food popcorn with sea salt. This isn't fancy. This is the giant box. I should show you guys how I bought my popcorn. Hold on. I'm just gonna show you how I buy my popcorn. Oh, it's only gonna take me a second. Trust. Trust in the process. Hold on. This is my box of popcorn. It's from Costco, and it's 44 3.3 ounce bags. This is physically heavy. This is my bag. This is my box of popcorn. This is how I buy popcorn. The British mind cannot comprehend. Oh, that's a lot of corn. B, are you there? Did you see my giant box of popcorn? Do you guys sell anything in sizes like that over there? Because I feel like I always see, like, UK stuff where people are like, everything comes in such large quantities in America. I don't know what that accent was. I was just doing a weird one, but... I saw a really funny post today that reminded me, and it was a thread, and it was like, Americans state the funniest things that people from the UK have said to them, and one of them was someone found out that they were American, and they all got excited, and they went to toast. And they were like, to the Ohios! And he was like, what? It's like, and they were all asking him, like, which Ohio are you from? North Ohio? South Ohio? And it's like, where are you people getting your information? There's only one Ohio, and I'm not even from Ohio. It was so funny. And the whole thread, it's really funny because people like to shit on Americans for being bad at geography, but people do not know shit about America. And it's so funny. Like, people thinking that they can come to America and they can spend the weekend in, they can stay in and experience New York and LA in a single weekend. Or they think that over the course of 5 days, they can drive from New York to LA with a stop at the Grand Canyon in between and then come back and be back in time for their Boston flight. It's like, no, you can't even fly and do that. Like, what? What? You can't drive that and back in 5 days and actually get to experience stuff. I don't think you can just drive it in 5 days. I don't think you can, unless you have people constantly driving with no stops, no hotels, no gas breaks, no pee breaks, no food breaks. Everybody eats in the car. But people literally think that you can just, like, go hit the major cities. Like, they think that America is, like, the size of other countries, which... Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, because that's like if you went to Ohio and you wanted to visit Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland all in 1 week. That's doable. You're gonna miss out on some stuff, but, I mean, that's doable, because you can go to, like, the aquarium at Newport, you can go to the Cincinnati Zoo, you can do sports stuff if you're interested in that. You can go up to Columbus, do the zoo, shopping, things like that. And then you go to Cleveland. You can even hit a couple of amusement parks, spend a day in each one. If you wanted to, you could probably even go down a couple hours south. 2-3 hours south. No. Yeah, 2-3 hours south of Cincinnati is Louisville, and you could go to like the Slugger Museum. There you could maybe do like a whiskey tour. Like you might be able to even work some of like Kentucky in there. But you're not going to New York. People spend an entire week in New York and don't do everything. People spend an entire week in LA and don't do everything. People spend an entire week in Miami and don't do everything. Like you're not gonna go to all three. People are so funny. Tell Americans they don't know shit about geography. But I'm so convinced. Americans, though, in all, we may not have a better understanding of world geography. We have a better understanding of the scope of the world and what is reasonable. Like, people are like, I don't want to go see my family because they're only like, they're an hour away. I only see them on holidays because they're an hour away, which is crazy to an American. Americans are willing to drive 8-12 hours. And I feel like that's because Americans do have a better understanding at how big the world is and what's reasonable. Whereas other places, they're so used to such a small area that they're kind of like size blind and they don't understand that that's not a far length to go. Like, it's perfectly reasonable to be able to drive 8-10 hours. I mean, when you look at how big the world is, that's a reasonable drive, you know? Each state in the U.S. is equivalent to a country in Europe, not exactly, but close. Yeah, exactly. Every state in America, like Korea, for example, Korea is the size of Ohio, which is so fun to think about, in my opinion. But there's lots of countries where they're only the size of a state. And some of the countries are the size of a small state, not even a big state. So, yeah, America's fucking huge, and people don't grasp that well. They don't understand that well. Now, Americans may not really know geography very well as far as world geography, but for the most part, they kind of have, like, a good understanding of what's where. Like, they know where Europe is, usually. They know where Asia is, usually. They know where Africa is, usually. And though they may not know where all the individual countries are, that's a lot to keep track of, you know? Because America is essentially keeping track of 50 countries, right? So why do we need to keep track of everybody else in the world? We're big enough. We're hard enough to keep track of. Some of us don't even know where all the states are if you gave us a map. Like, we know where some of them are, but not all of them. Like, I get confused with where some of them are. I'm like, I know it's in this general area, but I'm really bad with geography. Like, if I haven't been there, it just doesn't stick. But once I start traveling and go places, then it starts sticking, so my map is very kind of obscure in my head, off the top of my head, but yeah. Like, we have a better understanding of the scope of the world, the size of the world in general, but we don't know the names of everything, of where they are. We know where the Middle East is, you know? Middle East is above Africa. We know Russia's right over there. Europe's right over here. Mediterranean's in between. You know? It's, I don't know. And we don't really need to travel outside of the US. We have pretty much everything here. We have, like, all the zones here. When you get to the West, they're all squares. Yeah, exactly. I have to think about that sometimes. Like, which one is where? Like Vegas and Utah, like the Four Corners, it's, you know, it's Nevada and Utah, Wyoming? Like, who the fuck thinks about Wyoming unless they live? Nobody thinks about Wyoming. Unless you live in Wyoming, nobody thinks about Wyoming. Same with, like, the Dakotas. Nobody really thinks about the Dakotas unless you live there. And why do we also need north and south of stuff? Like, just have Carolina. Just have Dakota. We don't need North and South Dakota. We don't need North and South Carolina. You don't need Virginia and West Virginia. Just make it Virginia. Like, why do we have these unnecessary ups and downs? Why Wyoming? I don't know. I just... Like, who thinks of Wyoming? This is my point. That's the only time... I can't think of a time where I've ever needed to go to Wyoming or needed something from Wyoming. I'm just saying. I'm not even sure Wyoming's real. It may not even exist. Take that, Wyoming. Sorry. I'm sorry, Wyoming people, if there's anybody out there. I don't know. Have you ever met anybody from Wyoming? Because I haven't. Hashtag fake place. Sorry, not sorry, Wyoming. If Wyoming can't take the jokes, they don't deserve to hang. One of these days, America is just gonna take Canada and take Mexico, and then we'll be even bigger, and we'll have way more map to fucking learn. But I wouldn't mind. Imagine if we took Mexico. That would be great. I would love that. Because we would fucking fix the cartel problem real quick. And then we could also, you know, have summer homes that are in America without worrying about dual citizenship and all that rigmarole. You've done a road trip through Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, and Kansas. See, that's another one. Nobody goes to Kansas. Kansas is basically just Dorothy's state. But there's not a lot to do in Kansas. I did a road trip through the South once, but I would like to do it again because it didn't really have time to do anything. It was literally just driving through. Which, I don't know if you've ever just driven through Texas because you had to. Really wish you could stop and do stuff because it's just dirt. It's just desert. Endless desert. Endless desert and then weird desert snow. Sounds like a bad time. It's not fun. It's not fun. I mean, it's like you're driving through Texas for like 2 days. You're still in Texas. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, come on. You've done Phoenix to Vegas. This was California. Where was it? Santa Barbara-ish. So, California to Memphis area. It was a trip. It was a trip. I think that was to Memphis. Pretty sure that was Memphis. Also didn't help that I was like deathly sick, so. But anywhoozles. Also did Virginia to Key West and back. My dad used to drive from Largo, Tampa, Largo, not Key Largo. Dad used to drive from Tampa to Xenia, Ohio, which is kind of near Dayton. It's about an hour north of Cincinnati. And back. He used to just make that drive just to come visit. That's like a... That's like a 13, 14-hour drive or something. One way. At least. At least that. No, that would be closer to a 15-hour drive. I think, if I'm mathing correctly. And that's another thing about Americans. We know how far stuff is, not by miles, but how long it takes to get there. Like, I couldn't tell you how many miles that is, but I'm pretty sure that's at least 15 hours. 14, 17 hours is my guess. Yeah. And he would do it one way, man. My dad was cool as shit to be able to do that. He was something else, man. Alright. We've got Clone Wars. What's the next thing that we're doing? It is... This is called Shadow Warriors, the episode that we're watching. This is what we're doing. We're doing the Star Wars. I don't have audio. There we go. Yeah! That guy's voice is great. Where suffering and civil unrest threaten once friendly relations between the people on the surface and the underwater dwelling continents. Rumors of the continent had to aid the separatists in an attack on Thebes, Fort Senator Padme Amidala home, accompanied by Jedi General Anakin Skywalker. That looks like a duck. Jar Jar, can you read me? It's Anakin. We need to get us in the search for Blake Bell immediately. No, that's why we need to talk. You know Jar Jar's the one manipulating everything. You just know he is. Hi, Tux. Hi, Joggers. Hi, Fat Cat. Come here, Fat. You like Fat Fat? Look at this Joe. Of course, it's not. That guy is chunky. He's thick. He ain't got no neck. He's got no neck. And he's not even fat. He's just, like, big. Like, that's the thing that's really funny. I took him to the vet, and they were like, he has no neck. But he doesn't need to be on a diet. He's just, like, he's, like, big boned. He's actually, like, when I had him weighed, I think he was 13. Believe it or not. But yeah, he big. Look at him. That's my boy. That's my boy. I thought he was going to be 20 pounds too, but when they weighed him, they said he was only like 13, and I was like, are you sure? Oh, bless you. If you stay here, Lisa out of marching on feet, you're wasting time. With all due respect, your course of action is unwise. You must make your warriors stand down. You worked at Baddie the past 5 years? Nice. I was surprised. I thought for sure he's gonna be like 17-pound cat. And they weighed him and they said he was only 13, and I was like, this was last year. I don't know, man. Remember anything? Who gave you this necklace? It's a relatively big combat piece. Very powerful. Say mythical power. He's the only piece before. Until now, Hey, that's my watermelon. You fat boy. He's the most cuddly cat.
We'll be right outside. Soon we'll be rewards to give you some water. We'll be hosting you in something isn't coming. Why come parsley on it? What can be supple that bad guy? It's a trick to you. Lisa gives magical powers to manipulate Lisa headshot. Lisa never attacked herself with dwelling brother than sister. Unless Lisa clouded Lisa head. Lisa not thinking clearly about that. Where's her necklace?
What are you doing?
Lisa Lisa not control me no more.
What are you doing? Okay, so you're just gonna chill on that leg. Okay.
Leone, don't listen to it.
Yeah, Padme, fuck him up. You just let him run by you. You could have tripped him or something. Bro, that is my watermelon. That is my watermelon. You're a fucking watermelon. Claws are so unnecessary! You fucking purr box. He even purrs like he's fat. He wants that butt scratch.
Still gathering boys to march on the front. Never got a chance to call off the invasion. Georgia, you're a son. You have to tell them to stand down. Listen, these are Germans are third, but there's a leader for me. They said the last person. You look just like Miss Leone. Georgia, you must put on Leone's robes and keep that crown on. Oh, no. These are people. We're going to convince the guns and army to stand down. Okay, so you're listening to me, son.
You're still watching Star Wars? Yeah. We haven't even gotten to the original trilogy yet. How much is left? A lot. There's a lot left. Yeah, moves a lot. Yeah. You do Chubby Bunny with the popcorn. Well, this is a cat, but yeah. This is my boy. This is my fat boy. This is my little fat burnt loaf.
Lisa Bello Garnier. Lisa made terrible mistake in ordering March of tea. Lisa, canceling our
Really, Donkey? I'm gonna pretend like you didn't ask that.
Good work. Now try not to mess this up. Boss me. Lisa, take Lisa still alive. Lisa, talk to the general. Yes, sir. We must put end to unfortunate bang conflict. Was it quite effort and cost? Lisa, sorry, Dad. Lisa was receiving very bad advice. You want to take the apple? I will. Oh, that no. General Tacos? The boss. Lisa needs to do that. That thing. That big choking. What did you just say? No, sir. No. Lisa is telling General that Lisa must make the immediate arrangement for a gunman separatist attack. Lisa got an urgent message from Boss Leone. Lisa saying General Beavis is here. Where's Anoki? Lisa chasing Richelieu. We don't have to listen to him. We must capture him. Ah, that's it. Freud's helping me. The Twin Commanders still think you're on the same side. Have the droids shut down, then attack. Leave us is a compact order. But Lisa shall do as you say. I always be believing in the friendship between Nugget and the Nugget. Thank you, Chair.
He's a happy fat. What's up, Walking? Here, just take some. Sharing is caring, friend. No need to steal. I have a gigantic ass box of popcorn. We can make more.
Not planning attack. Take the time.
Where's the Star Wars popcorn bucket? I do not have a Star Wars popcorn bucket. I have a Jar Jar cup top and a Yoda cup top, but no bucket. Sorry I've disappointed you, but This bucket's really cool because the white part glows in the dark. So that's pretty neat. I'm doing good. How about you, Wookie? Yeah, just like those droid grenades where it takes out the power. No. A C-3PO one when I went to see Rise of Skywalker. Oh, nice. Nice. I have a Lion King popcorn bucket. And a Kylo cup. Nice. So we're on season 4/5 of the Clone Wars because, you know, everything's edited to be in chronological order. I got this fucking fat cat. I also have half a watermelon. And grapes. And fudge. I got a fat girl spread. Watermelon to keep me strong. I haven't seen that in forever. Lisa liking the watermelon. Damn, you're all set today. Yeah. I am so set. You fucking fat. You fatty fat fat.
Why bring the boy to Napa? Control empathy. Don't tell it.
So many people are dying, yeah. Hey, a bit of a death-heavy episode. Got emotional support for a child and food, yeah. Got my own little Ewok. Look at this little fat guy. This is my boy. He follows me everywhere. He goes out to the garden with me, tries to lay on my plants while I'm actively planting them. He lays on my feet. This is the first time in a long time that he's come down here to lay with me, though. He usually hangs out upstairs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, get behind them ears. Yeah, you can't reach that because you're fat. That was a very good watermelon. Very good.
Senator Nugget, we meet again. I must regretfully inform you that young Skywalker has been detained. What have you done with Anakin? Now, Senator, let's not become emotional. What do you want to do with him? I'm glad you asked. I could be persuaded to return Skywalker to you in exchange for General Grievous. I can't do that. I'm sorry. You soon will be. Also, I'll give you an hour to consider my proposition.
Yeah, like, you let Obi-Wan know, and you have the fucking Jedi Council come in and fucking do all that shit. Wait, they saved him? I thought he was dead, but they were able to save the main guy. Okay. Well, alright. Shows what I know. The general. What are you laughing about, Grievous? You still got caught. Moves, you're on a winning streak. You better watch out. It's gonna get tired of giving you all those free points. So wait, what happened to the Indian girl? Because there was like an Indian girl that was the queen there for a while. It's only fun to lose it all. It said this bitch kept losing all of his points. Let's take kindness and pity on him. I'm getting a lot of fur off you. My lord, I'm gonna have to come back you. See how your winter fur coming off? Understanding is honoring the truth beneath the surface. Okay.
Planet of the Leaf is devastated by catastrophic earthquakes. As the people struggle, the future of the survivors rests on their ability to rekindle a way of life from the rubble of the past. A Jedi transport on a mission to block separatist annexation of the Quinura system is waylaid to provide desperately needed humanity.
160 points? Hey, I mean, you still won. You still won a few times. I'm having myself a fat girl night. I worked hard today, though, so I earned it. What? Why must you show pain? Why must you cause pain to show love is what I was trying to say, but I was having a stroke.
Hey, must you be so rough? I think this is right. Wait a minute. Creating doing it for disaster zone is not my kind of diversion of you. We may be game for adventure. I certainly am not. Oh, suck it up, Johnny. That will leave a mark.
I mean, to be fair, C-3PO is not built for combat. He's a fucking helper droid. I think that was Alien for backup. This watermelon's fighting me. Damn it. What are you doing? Ah, I hit a spot. You're doing that weird lick thing.
Okay. We'll pack the translator for it. Hello, hello. I'm here on the... Here is the Sweeper and River Body. Washington, D.C. We'll customize it as interesting. Canada, Titi. Opa, Sima Chucho. Makti, Pashini. Welcome to our disaster. Glad you could come. The snakes and feet of summer. What's been there with no peace once more? It's basically gratitude, Commander. The command was happy when I'm asking what's good enough.
They're so cute. You silly goose.
It wasn't actually me, but thanks to him. Trooper squad, scan for unstable ground. Mark unstable. Let's get these cans unloaded. Access and repair of their maintain computers is John.
Now lose 2,000 to make it even. I'm sitting on my sweater weird. I'm trying to.
Good. Think. Bantha, take your team, the R2 unit, and a couple of them into the mainframe station. Get them back. Little fellas, let's go.
There you go. You've got it. You got it set up the way you want.
I got this. Whoa, food! What's up? The place crashing down on our head? You were. I couldn't. You little guy. Run metrics on structural degradation.
Playing Marvel Rivals, but you still have me in the movies up. Nice, nice. Hello, pretty lady. Still eating watermelon? Yes. I've gotten a refill. I got the other half of the watermelon. I also have popcorn and grapes.
We marked out areas for temporary hospital and a communal kitchen here.
How are you doing, man? You're off for a week. Nice.
This is a relief mission.
You know what I think is kind of interesting is that C-3PO knows all these languages, but he doesn't actually know anything about the species. He knows the language, but he doesn't know anything about their culture or customs, which is very important when it comes to, translating things and understanding what someone's trying to say. You have to know more than just understand the words. Because sometimes, cultures, certain sayings and things and have different meaning, and it's a little bit. There's more to understanding a language than just understanding what they're saying, you know what I mean? Why are the clones such dicks in this episode? Won't let you go. You're silly. Silly boy. He's like, ah! Our guy! Our guy don't understands us. He's down there. We done fucked up. Giving you minion vibes. There could be inspiration for that. Of course, this predates the minions, but so it would be this influencing the minions, but still.
Look, guy, we're doing everything we can. Has anyone seen the translator drone? Okay, it's fine with me. Whatever.
Yeah. Big ass watermelon. And it's hit myself with my spoon. And it's a good watermelon too, because it's dark green and it has this field spot on it. That's how you know it's a good watermelon. Well, I had not today. I had the other half of the watermelon over the course of a few days. And this is this half of the watermelon. It took me a couple of days to finish the other half. At least. And this is my first day working on this half. So.
If you would just point us in the right direction. Wow. Outer surface weather destroyed. You'll be accurately faced with that. Wow.
The seal needs to be closed. You want a watermelon? This is a good watermelon. The trick is to always get a dark watermelon and always with a field spot. So when it's dark green and it has a yellow field spot like that, it means that it's had time to ripen on the vine in the field properly. So it's a good sign of a watermelon. Dark green with a yellow field spot. That's what you want. It's good. Got it at Costco. It's a good ass Costco watermelon.
Yes, we have lost our way.
There is a covenant between the arena of old and our subterranean world. We survive because the ground keeps us apart.
But the Oracle.
Oh, the divide was breached when they attacked our most sacred site. Without going through the natural filtering process, the surface things turned to us. We caused the quickset fire.
With so many on the surface of Bantha.
We are not distressed by nature, but we must do what is in our power to seal the breach.
We can seal the breach. Just tell us where it is. We can help.
If you have come to help us, we will do. If you are meant to return to the surface, we will find you.
This is a dead end.
What's it like being a disgusting piece of shit? Beta bitch.
What destiny is your
How disgusting. How sad for you.
It is through your desire to survive that your greater purpose will be revealed. You can run, but cannot.
How gross of a person do you have to be to fucking talk like that?
You have a very
No shame. People like you should be stabbed in the face.
What was the speech that she spoke of? What was broken? Arthur, hurry, repay all business. Yes, big. Just fair.
I didn't see that. How can you want help from somebody but then turn around and give them a fucking riddle? Like, just tell them what you need. So you found a snake in your yard and you put him in a fish tank? It's a small little bull snake. Aww. Had no rope or a danger noodle.
What are you doing now? This is clean. I detest getting wet. A river. Arthur, it's a river. That's it.
C-3PO is like fucking Timon. He's like Timon. R2's kind of like Pumbaa. Like, he's figuring stuff out and is the low-key hero, and then C-3PO is like, I've got it. He's like, I know what it is. I know what to do.
Arthur, we made it. We're saved. Mark, the papers. Look, Arthur, do you see? That is why the arena cannot seal the breach. The air from the ground is deadly to them, but it has no effect on us. I understand, Arthur. I finally understand. They are waiting for us to help them. They need us. We must do what we should have done in the first place. We must block the hole which leads to the underworld using...
I would have thought a snake that looked like a bull snake was venomous, and I'd be wrong. It's okay. Sometimes it'd be like that.
No, you are right. I knew you would be able to help. Did you finish with those repairs on the computer system? My good sir, you may not realize, but we have been on quite an adventure. Really? Quite an adventure, huh? You don't learn this one. Which one? What do you... Guys, come on. The command's been looking at you.
You want me now?
You are most welcome, Your Majesty. Just doing our job in service of the Republic.
Aww. Wasn't for Mike's girlfriend found a huge python in her tree. Scared the hell out of me. Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Understands you anyway. It's only a problem. I am one to solve the wicked. I shall be the one to relay the story. I will, of course, report on what in particular the record. You think send back on a dollar to the purpose.
As soon as we rendezvous with Master Gallia, we're offloading those two.
I couldn't agree more, sir.
Why are they being such dicks? I don't understand why the clones are being such dicks in this episode. I am a pig sometimes. I try not to be, but it just happens. All the nice ones died, helping escape the prison? What? I'm confused. Oh, I see what you're saying. All the nice clones died, helping escape the prison. Long shot, Echo, may they rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You have a fair point. R2-D2 chuckling. R2-D2 what an action. Okay. Oh my. He's so dramatic. R2 just fucking being a crazy accurate fighter pilot. C-3PO with a stick. That is exactly what R2 just did. Oh, banana. They're so cute. Oh, shiny. Why? So this is Gulliver's Travels?
This vessel doesn't sound very reasonable.
Oh, we do what he says. Whatever he says. For our own good.
Your own good.
He sends our children to fight his war. Lucky ones.
What does he do to the unlucky ones?
So essentially, you guys have a dictator? He's got his foot propped up like he's got the gout.
Seems our Hazel says they are. What's this? Your friend challenges Big Hazel's authority? Sir, my disappointment and there is no disrespect. We are just trying to get back to our home planet. Our ship is damaged. We hear the death of Mark. But the trouble is, we might not result in our arrival there on scale. That's the chance we'll have to pay. Now get off my grenade while I'm in a good mood. Don't you dismember and sort us up. Free them!
Says the really tiny man.
I am not going to let you act in
Story.
You must understand, this was an accident.
Oh no, even like the squish marks. That was fucking golden. The green goo.
I am honored by your consideration, but should choose a leader from among your own.
None of us have killed a fool. None of us have earned a title.
Terminating that big one does not amount to a leader. You must choose. Now, who are the biggest, smartest, most intelligent, most understanding, most compassionate? You should choose a leader from among these three. Who thinks he should be leader? This young lady? Oh, nasty. Yes. Congratulations. You are now a democracy.
He still got the green goo all over him.
And build their hack democracy on their own.
Why were they French? Down with democracy. Oh my god.
Yes, I'm free. The gate has nothing to do with free gators. Why, what did the gauges say?
It's so funny because it's like they sounded like they were kind of French, but then it instead of down with the Down with the patriarchy, or down with the monarchy. It's down with the democracy. Oh no! It's got an arm print! This splat print is the outline of his arm! That's so fucked up. Oh, that's so good. You see it? You see his little arm print right there? Oh, that's dark. That's fucking dark. A little murder comedy. Little green lemurs. Oh my god. Is that humanoid? Is that considered humanoid? I mean, those are. More. With ya woogie. I will say I think that humanoid makes the most sense for intelligent life forms, honestly. It seems like everything that's like on land, well, at least for the most part, things get 2 eyes, 4 limbs, very similar body structures. Why does he sound like he has the cold? Sometimes I wonder if humans are in fact intelligent. How many dictatorships are we getting rid of today, guys? Can we go for all of them? Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's get rid of all the dictators. So this is the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain.
I said, what are you doing back here? Back where? Help you? We're not gonna. We worked hard to keep these fibers organic and fresh. But if you look at the water flipping around, get your own organic. Oh yeah. It's just challenging astromech unit going to make our loyal subjects rebel.
The Rivals gaming went on longer than expected. Worm loved Rivals. I really enjoyed Rivals too, but we had a friend group that we tried to play with, but they all like abandoned it really quickly, and so we ended up not having anybody to play with anymore. It's a shame. It's a great fun with friends. Yeah, they all went back to playing like World of Warcraft and shit. Just like the same exact thing that's been out for 20 years. Well, that's 2 dictatorships down for the day. I think they could dethrone another. Who would have thought it? The only thing that we need to do to, like, you know, get rid of dictatorships and stuff is just send R2-D2 and C-3PO there. Aww. I know it wasn't invented when Star Wars was a thing, but how come solar panels weren't a concept? I feel like that should have been a sci-fi concept before it became a reality. You know, like automated doors and Zoom meetings. Yep, the 2 most reliable and dependable droids in the universe that don't get into trouble, totally. KK, no more chatting for you? Yeah. Go ahead and lurk and lay back and rest your sweet eyes with some Star Wars. Why would you get rid of a gold droid like that? A gold droid that's of high intellect that speaks all those languages. That's useful no matter what your line of work is. Even piracy. Even if you just want to use the gold, you know? Gonna watch from bed? Yeah. Got you. Got you, moobs. Well, the Jetsons in Star Wars got a bunch of stuff right. And I don't think it's a matter of, like, predicting things. It's just a matter of having a realistic understanding of sci-fi and what is possible. We just didn't have the tech at the time. And then us figuring out how to make those things. Like automatic doors at like grocery stores and stuff. That came from Star Trek. That used to be a guy that just like pulled up the door manually. Yeah, I did. Oh my god, that guy did some funny outtakes. Oh, the door guy? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The door going out at an angle, or falling on somebody, or the timing being off and smacking somebody. Did you just blow on your watermelon? No! I may have made a funny face when I was trying to get it on my spoon at the right angle, but no, I did not blow on my water. I didn't. Or he just closes it on someone when they fucked up their line. Yeah. I may have made like a puckery concentration face or something, but I can promise you I did not blow on the water. That'd be funny though. I blew on cereal once accidentally. I like was so tired, and I was drinking like hot tea, and I had cereal, and like I went and I blew on my cereal, and I was just like, why did I do that? That does not make sense. I thought I was eating soup. Yeah. I tricked myself into thinking I was eating soup. The Battle of Umbara. Well, I'm never forgetting that now. I'm not afraid to out myself when I do something stupid. The first step towards loyalty is trust. I guess it's better to blow on something cold than to burn yourself. It's just like muscle memory. I immediately caught it though, and I was like, the fuck am I doing?
Master Sprell and Tim will be supporting my troops in the south, while Anakin's battalion comes in from the north and takes out enemy reinforcements. It is imperative that we conquer the capital city.
I've looked for my phone while using the flashlight on my...
The biggest problem is going to be the local militia. The Umbarans have aligned themselves with the separatists, heavily armed.
My mom would crack me up. She'd be walking around the house looking for her phone. That was either in her pocket or she was on it. And I was like,
Cody and I will be 12 clicks to your south. We're counting on you to take out those local fighters, or I'm afraid the capital will never surrender.
Bro.
My battalion have to do everything. You seem to always volunteer.
I was gonna make a dirty comment about that, but meh. I do not mind dirty jokes. It only bugs me when people come in out of nowhere and then just say some like gross shit. And I'm just like, bro, you don't know me like that. How dare you talk to me in a fashion where you would think I fucking will respond in such a manner? Have some decorum, man, please. Nah, but if like we're good and we know each other and we're friends, you can be raunchy, I don't give a shit. Raunchy can be funny. Jokes are fun. Being a smartass is fine. Stuff like that. It's only when people come in hot out the gate with some gross shit. It's just like, bruh. Like, show some decorum. And show me just a little bit of respect, please. Okay? Because it's just disrespectful at the end of the day, you know? We know you like that kid. Have you seen the TikToks of people taking a picture of their partner's phone and texting them saying you left your phone behind? Yes. Yes, I have seen that. And it's hilarious. That's fun. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good prank. That's a good prank to do to somebody, but okay, how I feel about pranks is my dissertation on pranks. I don't think pranks should be done at the expense of someone else. I think pranks should be harmless. I don't like pranks that are like mean, or the whole thing is like, let me make an ass out of you so everybody can laugh at you. You know, like, I don't think that, like, it's just not nice. You know, I like, it's mean. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable doing that to somebody else. I wouldn't want it done to me. You know, it's just not nice. But those are funny. Those are funny. The thing is I feel bad that people are recording like their loved ones in a moment of stupid and posting it on the internet for them to have to live with that forever. I don't think that's nice. I think it's funny to do to people, you know, as a nice little in joke, but don't like post your loved one being a complete idiot in a moment of idiocy, in a moment of brain fartedness, to put on the internet for them to never live down. Like, that's not nice. I don't know, maybe I'm just a nicer person, but to me that's it's a harmless prank, but it gets mean when you put it on the internet, in my opinion. But maybe I'm just a nice person and a big softie. My only asterisk to that is don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Because some people like to have prank wars. They like to be pranked and they like to prank others. And that's okay, because everybody's a consenting party at that moment. And that's fine. Like Jackass. Or, what? The, Impractical Jokers. Those guys. Those guys have been pranking each other for like 30 years, you know? Oh, like the videos where the kids had their wisdom teeth removed? Yeah. Unless the kids, like, you know, maybe if they saw it after the fact and thought it was funny and was okay to post online, that's, you know, that's them. That's fine, but don't post it without their consent, you know? Tried deleting Kim's blowing on a watermelon. It's a watermelon. It's a spicy watermelon. It's hot. That's not right. The fuck is that? It's like a sarlacc octopus. She microwaved it. Oh, have you seen where people do like grilled watermelon? That sounds terrible. I don't want any part of that. And then I swear to God, have you guys seen Mama? The lady who makes food that makes all Americans ashamed. She did like an oven watermelon. She like baked a watermelon in the oven. Or it's fucking weird. That woman, she lives on wartime recipes, let me tell you. And she has no idea what seasoning is. She makes the food that I think other people think Americans eat. Why? I don't know. I don't remember why. I'll have to see if I can find it. But if you guys haven't seen Mama, God love her. She is very pretty. She's a very pretty middle-aged woman, and she's absolutely precious. She's just very adorable. But that woman, God love her. And God bless all the people in her direct vicinity that she cooks for. She got like steaks from the dollar store or something. And she like, some of her food has traumatized me just knowing it existed. Like, she does some weird fucking shit. Like, I'll post some of it. I'll post her channel. I'll post their channel, like their Instagram or their YouTube channel or something in the Discord. So you guys can, if you want to, go down that rabbit hole. She's absolutely precious. And she's always really excited about what she's making. And 90% of the time, if not 99% of the time, no matter how gross it looks, she is grateful to eat it. She is just like, this is pretty good. This is good, Josh. Josh is her son who's always filming. And she's just so wholesome. That woman was born to make it through the Great Depression. She was born in the wrong era because everything she tries, it's fucking terrible, but she is like, that's pretty good. This ain't bad. And she'll just keep eating it. And her son Josh is like, Mama, what are you doing? And they get that like southern accent. It's so funny.
Are you sure those bombers are coming?
Cooking with Kaya got all the insecure girls mad at their men. I don't understand the whole hate with cooking with Kaya. I don't get the hate with that. It's a pretty girl who knows how to cook. Maybe try to be a pretty girl who knows how to cook. You know? We all gotta work with what we're given, but maybe try to not look like trash all the time. Maybe try to have some sort of domestication to you instead of just being a fucking hood rat. I can't remember the name of the guy at the moment without looking it up, but he bakes old wartime food recipes and recipes that just sound nasty. Oh, Dylan Hollis?
But that's not the reason for your visit.
Interesting. There is a guy that I follow, and it's pretty cool. He only does like old recipes, like recipes that are several hundred years old, like original, like what original pot pie used to look like, or what lasagna used to look like, 300 years ago, or what pizza used to look like. It's really cool. He finds like the oldest recipe possible for something, and then he makes it, and he also has a cookbook. It's like ancient recipes or something like that, but like he'll be like, here's what a 1600s pumpkin pie tastes like. And like a lot of food didn't used to be nearly as sweet. Obviously we add sugar to everything. It's really cool. It's really fun to watch him make these like dishes that you think you know, but they're so drastically different today from what they used to be, and it's pretty cool. That's a fun channel. I don't know what that's called though. Let me see if I can look it up.
Flattery is duly noted, but it will not be rewarded. There's a reason my command is so effective, and it's because I do things by the book, and that includes protocol. Have all platoons ready to move out immediately. That is all.
I know I follow him. Hold on. Oh god, I follow a lot of people on YouTube. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure if his channel is named after him, or I thought it was like ancient cooking or something.
Just treat him with respect, and we'll all get along fine. Did you see that?
I follow a lot of people. Babish is a fun channel. He blew up though, and I think everybody knows about Babish. I'm gonna find him. God, I follow so many people. Tasting History with Max Miller.
Now keep moving.
Here. There's some really cool recipes on his channel. So if you guys want to get like, and you know, get weird and try some cool stuff, I'm gonna put that in. I'll put that in the foodie section since it's a food related channel. That's a really cool channel. And then
The men don't need rest.
let's
They
see.
need resolve to complete a task at hand. But sir,
Hobo Stew from the Great Depression. So he does do some stuff. School cafeteria sloppy joes from the 80s and 90s. That's fun.
Do you understand the need
What medieval fast food restaurants were like. Because fun fact, fast food restaurants have always been around. Street food and vendors and stuff. Just swing by and grab something quick to eat. So there's that. Old school table manners and etiquette is also stuff he covers. How to host a Roman dinner. The history of Hungarian goulash. The oldest dessert, 4,000-year-old Mersu recipe. And so, like, there's some really cool stuff on here. Making 4,000-year-old dessert, the oldest known dessert recipe that we've got that survived. So that's, like, really, there's some really cool stuff on there. Really unique things. Even if you don't intend on, like, making them yourself. But if you like having videos and stuff on in the background, especially if you're a foodie, it's a fun channel to have on.
Bring our forward platoons in for a surgical strike on the city's defenses.
There won't be any need. All platoons will execute forward assault along the main route to the
He
city.
keeps trying to play a video that I do not know.
Plan was to surprise multiple attacks.
This guy also has very old cookbooks. Oh, cool.
In a full frontal assault.
I wonder.
I'm in command.
With all due respect, General, we don't know what we are up against. It might be wise to think first.
Are you questioning my order?
I wonder if I know this person. Oh yeah. I've seen him before. He's got cool stuff.
And you will not turn back regardless of the resistance you meet.
Yeah, Soda Cracker Pie. Yeah. I've seen him. He's fun. Very eccentric. I like him. His video quality looks like it's gone up since last time I saw him. He blew up a little bit and got a better camera.
75, 67.
Yes, General.
Yeah, no. He's got cool fucking videos. He's got cool recipes. I've seen him. I've seen him make recipes from like old magazines from like the 60s and stuff. Yeah. He's cool. I want to have girls' nights and go hoe out at the bars and the beach, but if their man wants them to cook like Kaya or even look like her, God forbid they admit that they want to look good for their man. Then it exposes their hypocrisy. They can't handle the cognitive dissonance or their dirty laundry being aired. You know what's really fucking funny to me? Have you seen those videos of women calling like Lizzo a beautiful woman and like fat models and stuff, like super beautiful, and how they're just gorgeous queens, and then it's like, yeah, and then someone turns around and tells them that they look like them, and then they get all pissed and offended, and it's just it's so good, it's fattening. It's like, because you know what you're saying is bullshit. You know what you're saying is bullshit. You know. And you know that. You know that it's not the patriarchy. And it's bullshit. That's just basic health instincts. Men are attracted. Well, people in general are attracted to healthy looking people. Women want men who look strong and can provide and protect. And men want women who look healthy and strong and can produce good kids. And over the time, we just understand what those body types look like. That's just natural selection, bruh. Like, you don't like that. Oh, well, that's, you know, that's the patriarchy. No, the patriarchy didn't create makeup. Most guys don't give a shit about makeup. Most guys don't care about what you wear. They care about what you look like when you're not wearing anything. Those are two different things. You know, like, men don't care about what purse you're carrying, what size heels you're wearing, all that shit. That was all created by women. Like, women started trying to make themselves look like other women who were getting the men. That's where that fucking started at. And it's just fucking silly. Yeah, and it's like, you want to be lazy and you want to be selfish and you want to be, you know, you don't want to take care of yourself. You want to make all these choices that aren't good for you, and then you want people to be accepting of that. People will be tolerant of it, but you want them to just accept you for that? Like, people aren't allowed to have standards? Like, please. Bitch, please. If you're gonna be lazy and fat and eat what you want and, you know, dress terribly and make bad decisions about your health, that's fine. You're allowed to do that, but one of the consequences of that is you're not gonna get the things that you want in life. You may not even live a long life.
Minded clones. Get in there and save them.
It's just they literally want their cake and to eat it too. You can't do both, guys. And they can't handle if their man asks them to wear something a tad more modest than just underwear or thongs. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for body positivity and stuff, but you have to understand that the sexual revolution, like you going out and being a slut, was not something that, like, women decided to do for women. That was something that men got slutty women to do, and slutty women were like, you know how I can feel better about myself if everyone's a whore.
The enemy now has control of this.
Like, I dress modestly sometimes.
Your failure.
I mean, this incredibly revealing, tight, form-fitting cardigan might get some people worked up. But, you know, like, I dress for me. I don't dress for other people. And if someone doesn't like that, they can fuck off. Because it's about, you know, I'm gonna dress what I want to wear. You know, I'm not gonna go out and with my nipples out and my butt cheeks all hanging out. Like, I don't want that, but I'll wear a low-cut dress or a high-cut dress. But everybody's different. But I'm also not a jealous person, you know. I'm not gonna get mad if some female is flirting with my guy because I can't be mad at someone for liking the exact same thing I like. That's unreasonable. Now, if he tries to flirt back, there's a problem there. Or if she's trying to flirt with him and she knows he's taken, there's a problem with that as well. But people who are just flirty or flirting with other people, that don't bother me. I don't give a shit. And I expect my mans to do the same thing, to not give a shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm coming home. And you can't be mad for other people liking the same things you like. It just screams insecurity. But I digress. Equal rights mean equal rights, not preferential treatment. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I saw a video online and it really hurt my head. Out of all the fast food restaurants out in the world, have you ever seen a Chinese fast food advertisement? Chinese fast food? I mean, we have a lot of Chinese delivery places in America. So I don't know if that's like the same thing. We've got Panda Express here, but that's kind of like to Chinese what Taco Bell is to Mexican, you know? So we kind of have Asian fast food here. You don't give a shit about makeup on your girlfriend or partner? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, honestly, you need to know what they look like without makeup. You need to know what the fuck you're waking up next to. You need to be able to identify the body. You know, like in a lineup or something. If I look like a completely different person, like you see those people that like tape their faces and they put on like a fake nose and they completely change their face with makeup and tape and stuff, and I'm just like, you are doing too much. No one's gonna know what you look like. You're not gonna match your ID without all that shit on your face. Getting me all hot and bothered. It's all about who you go home with. Right. It's all about who you go home with. I don't have any respect for people who go after someone that they know is taken though. I don't play that shit. I had that happen once with my ex. It's a literal thing. Like, I thought it was funny. We were working together at this fair, and the first day, it was funny. This girl kept following around like a puppy, and she was flirting with him. She was trying to, get his attention, and he was kind of, like, leaving her alone and trying to, ignore her for the most part. But at one point, she saw me and him together and understood. Like, you could tell she understood. And then she made a point to, like, go and hang off his arm across the way from me, and that pissed me off. It's cute when you don't know. When you do know, and then you go make a point to do some shit, someone had to hold me back. I was very not happy with that. I was about to get thrown out of the fair. He just fucking was like, get off of me, Like, he handled it, I didn't need to handle it, but it was the principle, Like, I was ready to throw her ass on the ground. But she was really nasty, and she ended up getting thrown out because she was just very inappropriate. Very skanky. Very skanky. She looked like she was offensive to all the senses, Like, she looked like she was offensive on a textile level, smell level. You're gonna wake up to them without makeup at some point, yeah. If you're my partner, I'll love you more if you're comfortable with not wearing makeup. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair stance. Your oversized t-shirt, hoodie, and no pants combo with the messy hair and sleepy eyes is so cute. I wake up hard. You guys will never see me stream first thing in the morning. You'll never see a picture of me first thing in the morning. I get, like, puffy eyes. I wake up so hard, guys. It's not even funny. I feel like I don't look like me, obviously, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm tired and I feel like I hate waking up. I mean, it's better than the alternative, but I wake up hard. I wake up really hard. I am just not a morning person. But I will say the oversized shirt or nightgown or something, super comfy. It's the comfiest. No pants? Fuck yeah. Fuck pants. Pants can suck. We'll instantly fall in love 100% of the time. You have fond memories of that style? Ooh. Have you tried just not waking up in the morning? I never thought about it. Giving the old brain massage with the metal bits, But then it's like, oh wait, I can't, like, undo that. So damn. Damn, that's a permanent solution to a temporary problem right there. Not a good long-term plan. Ultimately, I might be initially attracted. Pants are always optional. Fuck yeah. I don't even wear pants to work sometimes. I mean, I'm logged in. It's so funny, because, like, I'll be at work. And I could be, like, outside in a bikini tanning, or I'll be in bed in jammies. Like, I will be in just, like, the most unprofessional places talking to people. Like, I'll be in my kitchen, and, like, in between calls, I'll be doing dishes, maybe making food, and then, like, I'll stop to take a call, and I'll be hanging out, like, in the kitchen. Like, it's so... I mean, I do my job, but it's just funny. Like, every now and then, I get a giggle out of it. Like, every now and then, man, it's just like, this is a cool job. I can just, like, not wear pants and talk to people. and get stuff fixed for people. It's fine. Ultimately, I might be initially attracted to your looks, but if I stay, it's for your personality compatibility with my lifestyle. Looks fade, your personality won't. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Some people age really, really gracefully. I'm hoping I'm one of those where I go from being a young person to like a middle-aged person who looks pretty good, you know, low. You can tell like I'm a little bit older, but you know, no, little to no wrinkles and stuff like that. And then I hope I'm just like a really cute little old lady. You know, all we need is an internal sleep timer and set it to awake as next week. Yeah. I would trade so much to be able to have like a sleep schedule that allows me to sleep for like an hour a day and that be enough. Or if I could sleep for like a week straight and then like be up for a month, like that would be cool. I could do that. One or the other. Either very short bursts of sleep that get me through a smaller period of time, or one long burst of sleep that gets me through an extended period of time, but it's fucking frustrating. Always being tired. Wait, we are meant to wear pants. Wookie, you don't wear no pants. You're a Wookie. Wookiees don't wear pants. Come on. And we're really not supposed to wear pants. I mean, to be fair, body hair is nature's pants. Just saying. Body hair is nature's pants. Chest hair is nature's bra. Which is funny because it's like men that have that, not women, usually. Pubic hair is nature's underwear, you know? It's all about. Or a kilt. Only if you come prepared. Our body's optimization isn't done very well. You can always wear a leaf. Wookie just walks out. Wear a leaf, go full Tarzan. That's not a leaf. He wears a butt flap. Which, I mean, you could go that route too. There's this event in Pennsylvania, I think I've talked about this before, that is called Pennsic. And people come from all over the world to go to this thing. It's like a really weird underground civilization community that exists. And basically, it's people who live in this fan world for old school living. And basically the rule is anything like, I think Renaissance and older, I don't think you're allowed to wear anything more modern, like from the past couple hundred years. But anything that's older than that is considered, you know, cool to wear. It's just no sci-fi stuff, only fantasy stuff. And there's a guy that goes every year, and he wears a butt flap. He wears a full-on butt flap. And it is accurate. And he always has a banana in it. Like a banana on his hip. He has a banana on his hip. He wears the butt flap. And he wears like goat horns and these giant like goat platform shoe things. And he walks around, and that is his persona at that event. Every year. Butt flaps. Just saying. You want to have roasty toasty cheeks? And have your junk sort of covered? Butt flaps the way to go. I think I ever told you one of my great uncles played the role of Tarzan in one of the OG black and white movies. Oh, that's cool. I might explain why I can run like a gorilla, but can you swing from vine to vine? I have vines all over my property. We can find out. What is the banana for? You know, here's the thing. I don't know, and I was too afraid to ask. I wanted to know, but nobody that I knew what the banana was for, and I didn't know the guy. And there's like an etiquette that takes place in this community. Like, for example, there was this nighttime, there was this party, you know, there was like sake and grog and old school wine and stuff. Very fun party, honestly. And there was dancing, and there was like belly dancers and stuff. Traditional ones too, so there were like men belly dancers. And I was dancing with this woman, and we were like really having a good time. She was really sweet, really nice. And someone came up to me later, and they were like, "Do you know who you were dancing with?" And I was like, "I don't know. She's just really nice. I don't know. We were just having a good time. Like, we just started talking and just struck up conversation and everything." And they were like, "No, that's the queen." And I was like, "What?" She was like the queen of like our region's like sector for this organization that does these events. And I was like, okay. And they're like, "No, you don't understand." I was like, "Yeah, no, the fuck I don't understand." I was like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the queen. I was like, you don't just like talk to and like hang out with royalty when you're like a nobody. And I was like, "Oh, well, I seem to get along just okay." Like, and there's like a whole thing about that. Like, there is hierarchies, there is like, you don't talk to people outside of your station and stuff. Like, they are very, very serious about there's a whole giant battle with like hundreds and hundreds of people where they're like fighting out. Like, I helped a guy get armored up, like in knight armor, and there's like sword fights and archers and shit. Like, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. And so I can say like I've helped armor up a knight. That's a thing I can put on my resume if I needed to. But yeah, it's an interesting place. So I never found out because nobody that I knew what the banana was for. Everybody just knew who he was. And I didn't have the station to talk to him, and which I didn't give a shit about that shit anyways. I was just there for a job and to have a good time. But I never found out what the banana was for. I was too afraid to ask, and I didn't know anybody who knew. So I also wouldn't want to ask. I thought he was gonna say old school sex. I was like, ew. Isn't grog fermented in people's saliva? I don't know. I don't know. I doubt that modern grog is made in people's saliva. I doubt that's the case. I love it when women are like, the patriarchy won't let us go topless, but men can do it. Meanwhile, all men are like, please, please, please take off your shirts. We don't mind. Yeah. Yeah. No, man. I don't understand the need for women to want to be, like, the obsession to wanting to be topless. Because I don't know if the women who are pushing for that have noticed that the men who walk around going topless are usually not the men that you want to be topless. It's usually beach ball belly type men. Do you not think that that's what's going to happen with the women? It's going to be a bunch of ugly, non-wanting to see that. Like, I don't want to see a bunch of titties. I don't want to see a bunch of titties that... First of all, I don't want to see titties that aren't in the mirror, okay? Second of all, I don't want to see titties that belong to anybody else. Thirdly, I sure shit don't want to see ugly titties. Like, I don't want to see your lopsided fucking cockeyed titties. Put those away. Nobody wants to see that. Helped armor tonight. You're hired. Nice. Nice, Wookie. I was gonna say something about that besides that too. Saggy titties. You guys... well, some of you may not, but you guys remember, like, Ron White and his old bit about the saggy titties? He's like, it could be some old biker chick, and she'd be like, "You wanna see my titties?" And he'd be like, "Yes, I do. Alright, roll them up." couch thing. Get him back in place. Yep. It's just really funny that the women, the dumb women, are like, we want to be slutty. Why? Who is that for? Remember that old saying, oh, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? You're out here fucking being ran through and then you wonder why you can't lock someone down. What's up, Bucka? Hey, could you shout out my new ice cream truck, I Swallow Cum? You're stupid. You're stupid. I am the same way. The only dick I want to see is my own in the mirror. I don't send nudes nor do I ask for them. Yeah, man. You shouldn't send nudes to anybody. I don't care who they are. I don't care how trusted they are. You shouldn't be sending nudes to people. I don't care if you've been married 20 years. Because it's out there forever. What if you get hacked? What if you die tomorrow and your child or parent sees your winner? No bueno. It's no bueno. Can't have that. Or what if your children... What if you have some weird fucking porn stash of yourself and then you die and your kids fucking see all that shit on your phone? How mortifying is that? Still squat for my pain. That came out wrong. Only person to see me naked is my significant other or my doctor. I don't even like my doctor to see me naked. Like, I'm uncomfortable with that. Like, I don't know how much men, not all men know a lot about women, but we have to do a physical. I guess you guys have physicals yourselves, but we have a physical that, you know, pap smear, and they get up in there, and it's fuck. I went years without doing it because I was like, this is terrifying. That's my private square. We had a whole song about that in school. Stop. Don't touch me there. These are my private squares. Don't touch me there. You know? So, like, it's, like, don't do that. Like, even, but I have a female doctor, and she made me feel really comfortable and stuff, so. But I went a long time without even getting one. You're like, you're supposed to start getting them, like, pretty much as soon as you become an adult, and I did not. Well, I didn't even go to a doctor in general, to be fair, but. Right, no squares. You haven't seen your doctor since before the COVID crap? I haven't seen my doctor in a while. I need to go for a checkup. I should do the checkup thing, and I'm probably overdue for a dental cleaning. And I haven't seen my chiropractor since the fucking, before the winter storms came through. And you disagree? What do you disagree with? We're talking about being respectful to yourself and your partner. I should, but goddamn, it's so far away. Yeah, I get that. Wait, how far is far away for you? Because British far and American far are two different things.
Captain, report. What is our situation?
General.
My doctor all through my puberty was a woman. She was nice, a great doctor, but I still hated it and always felt really weird and uncomfortable. Yeah, I feel like women should have women doctors and men should have men. Well, men, male doctors, women should have female doctors. I don't know, I think there's like a comfort thing there. Do the whole song? Isn't that the whole song? Isn't that... Stop! Don't touch me there. These are my no-no squares. Isn't that like the whole thing? Is there more? I don't remember.
The insurgents have stepped up their attacks, sir.
I don't know.
We cannot let our guards
Is it related to Milk Lemonade round the corner fudge is made? Is it related to that? Are those one and the same? Is that the next line? Is that the next chorus?
Keep control. And I don't want excuses.
Sir, this transmission from General Kenobi.
I'll take it in the tower.
It made for some awkward combos. Yeah, I bet.
How's it coming?
I was waiting for that question. About 2 hours. Okay, now wait a minute. 2 hours is really far to go to a doctor. My doctor's only like a half hour away. Why is your doctor 2 hours away? What kind of shit is that?
No, do you read?
Congratulations on your capture.
You have a male doctor now and he's absolutely great.
Refreshing that with news.
There will be time
Good.
for celebration when we
I think that makes sense.
Yes, well, I'm afraid that's going to be more difficult than anticipated. The attacks have increased.
Why does the hologram look weird? Why is it all like pixelated?
I was hoping we cut off their arms.
I am like half paying attention. I should be paying attention more, but
They're receiving more shipments.
I wonder what's up with this like type of hologram.
Kenobi?
Oh, he must. Oh, he's got poor connection.
Can't we destroy the supply ship? We're trying.
I don't know.
With a little success.
Hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, we were naked before Adam and Eve, anyways.
Not yet run.
You just have to.
I mean, we were all naked monkeys once.
My battalion will meet you at the rendezvous coordinates.
Your doctor is now female. Dang. 99% of the time, I sleep with another and I are fadoodling in the dark, so she can't even see me anyway.